Hello guys, how are we all doing? Welcome back to a very big video. Today we are dissecting, previewing and predicting the League One playoff final for the 21-22 season. It's a big one, so make sure to drop a like, hit that thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button as well, and get down below, give me your predictions. If I predict against your team, I am sorry, but I have to back someone to win. You let me know your thoughts down below, and let's talk about Sunderland versus Wycombe. Now this game is massive. Obviously a League One playoff final is always going to be massive, but it just feels like Sunderland need to get it right this season. Obviously we'll talk about Sunderland first. Relegated to League One in 2018. Now this is their fourth season. In the first one they finished in 5th place, and do you know what, they flirted with the top two for a lot of that season, and they went through to the playoff final and lost. They took the lead and lost in stoppage time to Charlton. The following season was the season where it was ended via points per game. They finished 8th, and then last season they made the playoffs again, this time losing out in the playoff semi-finals to Lincoln City. And obviously with Sunderland being such a big club, they're starting to get a bit of a reputation, and they don't want it to be a curse for them to constantly get close to getting promoted but not quite doing it. Sunderland fans don't want people to be calling them bottlers for much longer, and they could put things right this season. They've done incredible, by the way, this season, finishing in 5th place, finishing 1 point above Wycombe, who we're going to come on to, and they've got plenty of dangerous players. We've got Ross Stewart with 25 goals this season. I've really been impressed by Jack Clark. Alex Pritchard is incredible as well, so there's plenty of quality there for Sunderland. But let's have a little look at Wycombe Wanderers. Wycombe obviously came into League One actually the same season Sunderland came down. They came up through League Two. They have actually exited League One and returned since. In their first season in League One, in the 2018-19 season, they finished in 17th. The following season, they snuck into the playoffs on points per game because they had a game in hand. They got in there and they actually won the playoffs. They beat Oxford in the final, and it means they've got a bit of experience coming into this. They know how to play at Wembley and how to win a playoffs. Obviously it's different this time round because there will be a big crowd there, but since then they did go up to the Championship and came straight back down. Unfortunately for them, couldn't quite get over the line. They did have a late surge at the end of the season but couldn't quite do it. I wasn't sure what to expect from Wycombe this season, but they've really impressed me, finishing in 6th place. Remember, Plymouth missed out on the playoffs with 80 points. You know, you had to get a lot of points to get into the playoffs this season. Wycombe made it in 6th place with 83, and they finished, like I say, 1 point behind Sunderland. They've obviously got players like Sam Vokes, who's on 17 goals for the season. Joe Jacobson's really impressed me, and I really like the keeper, David Stockdale. He's made some big saves, especially in their playoff semi-finals. Let's talk about those. Sunderland took on Sheffield Wednesday. They won 1-0 at home through a Ross Stewart goal. They then went away to Hillsborough in a really frantic game where the atmosphere was electric. Wednesday pulled one back with 15 minutes to go, but Sunderland only went and won it on aggregate with a Roberts goal in the 93rd minute, which sent them through, having to not play extra time and penalties. Wycombe, meanwhile, took on MK Dons, a very impressive performance at Adams Park, where I thought they were just so physical and so direct, and MK Dons couldn't live with that. Like I say, with Wycombe and Sunderland, these are going to be two completely different styles of football. They then went away to MK Dons, and that was a real backs-to-the-wall performance. And people might say, oh, you know, Wycombe got lucky, or Wycombe didn't play nice football, but at the end of the day, they did a job over 2 legs, and they deserve to be at Wembley. So then, it is Wycombe versus Sunderland. Obviously, like I say, very different styles of play. There's not a lot in it when it comes to the table. 1 point in it, 1 place in it. Sunderland have scored more goals this season. Wycombe have conceded less goals this season. When it comes to possession, Sunderland tend to see 56% possession on average in games this season, so they do like to get the ball down, and I saw that in a couple of their playoff performances against Sheffield Wednesday. As for Wycombe, like I say, don't use the ball as much. They average about 44%, which actually matches up with Sunderland's 56 to make 100%, and maybe that's how the possession will work out in this game. Goodness me, I really don't know what to predict. It was a 3-3 draw when they last played. That was at Wycombe. Sunderland did beat them 3-1 back in August at the Stadium of Light. Before I do my prediction, I've got some of my guests to send in their thoughts on this one. I'll hand it over to them.
Hello, you filthy nerds. Yeah, I'm looking at this game and I'm struggling to see, honestly, how Wycombe win it. They defend really well. They've been unbeaten for, I think it's the last 12 games of their season, but they just... Their only goal scorer really seems to be Sam Vokes, and you know, Sunderland have a lot of attacking threat. So if they can hold on, maybe they hit them on the counter, but I can only really see Sunderland 2-1.
I'm sorry to say, but I think Sunderland are going to do it this year. Sunderland to win in the final 3-0. They're going back to the Championship.
Wycombe 3-0.
Goodness me then, it's time to do my prediction. So, history tells me Wycombe do well in these kind of games. Like I say, they've won the playoffs before. Sunderland didn't quite do it before. They've been in the playoffs before and just can't seem to do it. But the favourites by the bookies and by quite a lot of people are Sunderland, obviously big club, and they did finish a bit higher in the table. Sunderland will have loads and loads of fans. I'd imagine they'd be close to selling out their end because obviously they're a huge club, huge fan base, and they'll take absolutely thousands. As for Wycombe, I expect a good crowd. It's not the worst journey in the world from Wycombe to Wembley. I don't know how many they'll have there, but it's a big, big game. My prediction is that this game will finish Sunderland 2, Wycombe 0. I'm backing the Black Cats to get back to the Championship. I just have this feeling that Sunderland, if they keep finishing in the playoffs, they can't keep missing out. Surely it's time for them to return. There should be some serious questions asked if Sunderland are to spend another season in League One. Like I say, that'd be their 5th season. As for Wycombe, like I say, I haven't predicted you to win on this occasion, but if you're a Wycombe fan, I do know the threats you possess, and if you can execute your game plan perfectly, like you did against MK Dons, then you really could cause Sunderland some problems too. That is my prediction, my preview, and my guest prediction for this game then. I cannot wait. We'll do a live stream for this game on Saturday. Make sure you've dropped a like. Make sure you've subscribed to the channel. Let me know all your comments, predictions, and who you want to win down below. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.